Disclaimer: all acts and processes presented in this video are for roleplay purposes only. Please consult a professional equestrian before working with any equines. Thank you, and please stay safe, guys. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. First off, happy 2021! How crazy is that? 2020 is already over and we're only one day into the new year. So far so good. So moving on, during 2020 we hit 4,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you, and I figured in celebration I'd do something special. So a couple weeks ago I put a poll on my community tab asking what video I should do as the special, and I can confidently say that you all made it abundantly clear that an update on Marbles Full was the way to go. Like, it was a very, very clear winner, so strap yourselves in, because this video is quite the ride. Before we begin with the video, what do you all think of the new intro? We love it, we hate it, I don't know. Personally, I really like it because the editing quality is a lot better and more flashy with, you know, like more things happening. Some of my family members didn't like it, but I mean, I don't know. I want to know what you guys think. Anyway, if you haven't seen Marbles Full, then I'd recommend you go watch that video first so that you understand where Legend came from and why it's such an important thing that he's even here, alive and healthy, and understand his full story. However, I will warn you that that video is a bit sad, so if you're more sensitive, then just be wary. But you've all been asking for an update, you've all been asking how Legend's doing, what's Legend's up to, and I'm here to introduce you to basically the miracle foal here on the ranch. Let me introduce you to Marbles' son, Legend. He has grown so much, so fast, it's almost hard to believe he's come this far and how handsome he's become. He looks so much like his mom, and that just makes me so happy. However, his personality, he's really similar to his dad. He thinks he's 17 hands and very handsome. He's probably one of the most quirky foals I've ever had on this ranch, and is always trying to get into things he isn't supposed to. On more than one occasion I've caught him stuck in the fence because he thought it'd be a fun idea to try and squeeze through. But worst of all, he's rubbing off on Finn, my other Colt, who's a couple months older and best friends with Legend. The two became inseparable the second I brought him home from Herrick Stables, where he was born. Now, I could sit here and I could tell you that Legend's doing great, we've had no issues, and see you all in the next video. But that is definitely not the case with this little Colt. About a month ago at 2:47 in the morning, Legend colicked. Bad. It was honestly a miracle that my dad had chosen that day to wake up extra early and found Legend biting at his flank, laying down, rolling, and just showing some signs of colicking, and so we were able to immediately take action. Getting that call that your horse has colicked is probably the worst call you can get as a horse owner. But the fact that it had been Legend, it left me in tears. But I pulled myself together that night, and in the moment it didn't even occur to me to grab the camera since everyone was so flustered, but I did get some footage from our pasture cams where you can see me walking Legend around to help ease the pain in his abdomen. My mom's a vet, and so she was able to assess him, thank goodness, but even she was aware of the severity and told me that Legend would need emergency surgery as soon as possible. Some horses, when they colic, are able to make it through without surgery, but since Legend's was so severe, it was crucial that we got him to a clinic where he would receive the care he needed. Colic surgery is risky on adult horses. Doing it on a foal, you really have to think about whether or not it's worth putting them through that. There's no guarantee. But we still decided to go on with the surgery. If there was even the slightest chance I could save this foal, I was taking it. So we trailered him to the nearest facility where he could be rushed into the operating room. I barely even got a look at him after I arrived at South Hoof across the ocean, since that was our best bet at him surviving this. So much was rushing through my mind, I didn't even have time to think about what it would be like in the long run. I just had one thing on my mind. Keep him alive. Keep him alive. Legend had made it too far to give up now, and though everyone told me he probably wasn't going to make it, I refused to believe this. I knew this Colt. I knew him. I knew he was strong enough to fight through anything. He just needed time. The vet told us that the surgery was going to last a little while and so we should return home, but I chose to stay in the waiting area. The surgery seemed to last several days, but when I checked the clock, it had only been a couple hours later when the doctor came out and gave me the news that Legend had made it through the surgery. However, I could not take a breath of relief just yet, since we definitely weren't out of the woods. Legend had made it through surgery, but his road to recovery was long, hard, and he wouldn't be back to the ranch for at least another couple of weeks, as surgery on a horse is very hard on their health, and being on stall rest as a young colt definitely made Legend very anxious and hyper. Yeah, he was not happy about that, but it really was the best thing, as we didn't want him to break any stitches or hurt himself even further. He stayed at the facility for almost 2 weeks before I was finally given the okay for him to return home where he belonged and where he would be able to thrive. He still had to be in his stall for the next couple of days just to ensure that he wasn't going to hurt himself, since Legend is a very hyper colt and has a ton of bundled up energy just waiting to be released. I was able to take him out to the smaller pasture with a lead rope, and it took about a week before he was able to be let out to the small paddock without supervision. So far, he's been doing well, and I can finally sit back and take a breath and focus on other things. I was debating on whether or not I should tell anyone about this incident, since it's honestly just one more thing to add to 2020, but honestly, Legend's story is like no other, and I think his voice needs to be heard. People need to see the bad and the good, and even though no one wants to hear about the bad and the frustrating and all the sad things, this experience has toughened us and prepared us for the future, because I have a feeling Legend is never gonna be normal. He can't be normal, and I don't want him to be normal. I want him to be that colt that greets you in the morning with little whinnies, the colt that causes so much mischief, but you gotta love him for the adventure that he brings to your day. Even after going through this life-threatening experience, he's still so full of life and curiosity and always has to be the center of attention. People ask me how this colt could have made it this far against all odds, against everyone saying it wasn't worth it. He wasn't worth it. Why spend so much time and money on a foal that wasn't supposed to be here, that wasn't supposed to be alive right here, right now? Well, the answer is easy. Because he's Legend. And his story might be bumpy, but it's pretty unforgettable. Thank you all so much for watching. This video has been long awaited by so many of you. Legend has quickly become a fan favorite. I get so many comments asking how he's doing, and after all that, I can finally say he's doing well. Whew. I don't want to waste anyone's time, but I do want to talk about the new year really fast. With the new semester and me being in college, I have a lot more classes this year, and more classes means more work and time, so YouTube is just becoming harder for me to focus on. But I am still going to try and get a video up for you on Saturdays. It might not be super long, and there may be weeks where I'm just swamped and unable to get a video up that week, so your guys' patience really means a lot to me. But before the video ends, I have a very special surprise for you all. With the new year, I figured now would be a good time to announce the secret project. In past videos, I've sort of briefly mentioned that I've been working on a secret project that has taken me almost 3 months to finish, and I'm not even done, I'm not even done. I'm about 75% done, but I still have a few more scenes to film and edit. If you haven't caught on yet, then I'm here to tell you that I have been filming, directing, and editing a Star Stable short movie called 7. The title will make sense when it comes out, I promise. But since I'm nearing the finish line, I figured I'd finally tell you all. At first, I kept this a secret because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to finish it. Sometimes I have a habit of biting off more than I can chew and end up giving up, but for this project I promised myself that I was going to finish it, and so far it's come a really, really long way. I am super excited for y'all to see it. I really hope you're going to like it. I'm not going to reveal what it's about just yet, but just be prepared. It's not like what the SSO community is used to. All the short movies I see are so inspiring and well made, but I noticed they're all really focused on horses and the story of a girl with a wild horse, which is totally fine. Like, I think those stories will never get old. But my channel is literally based around horses and my character and her horses, and so I really wanted to make a movie that was different and special and just a little bit dramatic. But so far, I'm really, really proud of it. As far as when it comes out, it depends on how much I'll be able to work on it. I'm thinking either next week or the week after. Next week I have a horse judging contest in real life, so we'll see what, like, I wouldn't count on it being posted next Saturday. Like, we'll see. But don't worry, I definitely will alert you all when I'm going to be posting this movie on my community tab. So as always, be sure to keep an eye on that because that's where I post a lot of my announcements. For those of you that don't have Instagram, I'm with you. Personally, I don't have Instagram either. So I do all my stuff on my community tab. So, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I really don't have anything else to say. Just be prepared. I wanted to tell you about the movie and to get you all excited. So, yeah, I'm excited for it. Are you? How about we do this? How about you leave a comment about what you think this movie is going to be about? It's called Seven. And the main character is named Chris. I'll tell you that. Go ahead and put your guesses below. Let's see all those theories out there. And you know what? Maybe one of you will be right. We will definitely see. Anyway, I guess that's all that I have to say for now. You guys know the drill. Sound off in the comments. Hit that subscribe button. And leave a sorry, that was cringy. And leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I will see you all next time.